Hey everybody, this is Reapy Ron, and today we're going to be doing another tier list. This is for Killing Floor 2's knives. And this isn't how good the knives are overall, this is just how much I like them. So, very subjective list today. If you like something different than me, then that is perfectly fine. And you probably should like them in a different order than I do, because otherwise that might be a little bit strange. So, I mean, I don't think a tier list of how good the knives would be all that interesting, because it would pretty much be, okay, Commando, SWAT, Medic, Survivalist, and Berserker are going to be the best, while all the others go to D tier, because you're probably not going to be using them unless you're completely out of bullets with everything. And I mean, like, Berserker, you could say, well, you're probably not going to be using the knife anyway because you have better melee weapons to begin with. Yeah, we're just going to go through them, and it's totally based on how much I like them. I'm just going to go down the list as they're ordered, so I guess it's going to be Berserker first. And Berserker has the Lawnmower Blade, which I kind of like this, at least in design. I think it's kind of cool, the way that they did it. I like the blade of it. And I kind of like that they took the other blade and just made it into a handle. I think that was a good idea. So it does have that unique thing going for it. I never use it on Berserker because, like I said, you have better melee weapons. But again, this isn't really useless. This is how much I like them. I just realized I don't need my headset on for this. Like, Lawnmower Blade isn't one of my favorite ones. It's kind of okay, so I'm gonna put it in, like, B tier. I sort of enjoy the way that it looks. I think it's kind of cool, but it's not way special to me. It seems kind of weird. Alright, up next is Commando, which is this knife. And Commando's knife looks pretty normal, which is okay. It looks pretty much like a military knife. It has a saw on it. You do use it quite a bit with Commando since you can run fallback with it, which is kind of cool. So I do use it a good amount, but it's just kind of basic to me. So you're going also near the Lawnmower Blade, where the Lawnmower Blade has some ups and downs. This one is just like, yep, that's a knife, just completely normal. Alright, then we got Medic. I like that Medic has a scalpel. Although it seems like it wouldn't be super effective to actually be using as a weapon. You'd probably break your blade right away. That being said, I still kind of like it. I like that you do get a scalpel, and I think I'm going to put this one into A tier. Also, the scalpel can apply poison if you take the poison rounds perk, for anybody who isn't aware. So that's actually not too bad as a weapon. If need be, you can stab a Scrake with it. You can actually win knife fights with Scrakes pretty easily with the Medic knife. It's kind of weird, but you can do it. Alright, up next is Machete. And I like the Machete. It's a cool knife. Maybe not one of my favorites, but it is still pretty cool. I do enjoy it. So we're going to put Machete right up into A tier, where he belongs. Alright, I think Demo's next, and they get the utility knife. So they get a box cutter. Which I kind of like. I don't know why the box cutter is always chewed up, though. It looks like it's been, like, really messed up at the front of it, but maybe that happens when you're cutting apart explosives. I do kind of like that they put this in the game, too. It's similar to, like, the scalpel, where it's, like, it's not a knife that you see in, like, every other game. So I think it's also going to go into A tier, just because it's, like, I kind of enjoy it. I believe next is Firebug. And they have the karambit-like knife, although it doesn't have a handle. So I guess it's somewhat like a Talon utility knife, which I do like. It looks pretty cool. Not sure if I really like the colors with it. That rainbow steel isn't really my favorite. But it's kind of cool that you did actually get like a regular, like actually practical knife with Firebug, rather than like a specialized combat weapon with it. I mean, sure, you can use this knife to stab stuff with it, but it seems more like for utility, similar to like the box cutter or like the, I guess maybe the scalpel, although that has more of a specific job. Not really one of my favorites. I wish it was kind of a karambit where it had the loop on the back of it. You got to swing it around that way. I think that would be better, but overall, it's just kind of one of those ups and down ones. I'm going to put this one in B tier as well. Putting a lot of A's and B's. Maybe I can stop doing that. Alright, up next is Gunslinger, and Gunslinger has the giant Bowie knife. And I do like this knife. I think it's really cool. I like Bowie knives in general. So, even though I never use it with Gunslinger, it's probably one of my favorite knives, so I'm going to put it up into S tier. Just really cool looking, but like I said, never use it with Gunslinger. There's no reason to. Alright, next is Sharpshooter. And Sharpshooter has the Kukri, or Kukuri, however you want to say it. I do like Kukris. They are really cool. This one has like one of the weird tactical things where it has cutouts in it, which is kind of odd, and I think it's actually bladed on both sides of it, but I'm not sure about that. So a bit different there, but I still really like Kukris, so this one's also going to go into S tier. I like it. Again, I never use it though, because you're playing Sharpshooter, unless you're completely out of bullets, you're not going to use it. Alright, up next is Swat. And SWAT also has a tactical knife. It's pretty similar, at least to me, as like Commando's knife. They're both just kind of basic combat knives, and that's okay, but they don't really stand out, so also into B tier. Alright, and then we have the Gore Shiv. And the Gore Shiv is weird. I don't really like it that much because I don't like the fingers being used as a handguard. That seems just weird. And it's like, it's way too thick. Like, it looks like it was a broken piece of fence post or something. Maybe it was just a giant chunk of steel that you found and decided to grind down on it. So I don't really care for it like that. I don't think it's really the best looking knife, even though I do use it a good amount. This is probably like my least favorite looking knife overall, so it's probably going to go into C tier. It's still unique, which is interesting. I like that they at least made some of these knives very unique. But this is kind of like the weird that I don't really like. Alright, well that wraps up all the knives for Killing Floor 2. If this is based on just how good they are, like I said, Berserker knives pretty much going to S tier. Like Medic, Commando, or actually probably, if we were doing this based on how good the knives are, it's probably Berserker and Gore Shiv going up to S tier. So the Lawnmower Blade and the Gore Shiv. And then like Medic, Commando, and SWAT all in A tier. And then everybody else into D tier. Because you're not going to use anybody else's knife. You're not going to use a Firebug's knife, the Sharpshooter's knife, the Gunslinger's knife, the Demo's knife, so long as you have ammo. Unless you're really, really trying to penny pinch for that first wave. And that's about the only real reason you would do that. And even then you could argue that Demo's gun is better for killing things with the melee than their knife is too. So in terms of use, the Demo's knife would probably be at the very bottom. Yeah, overall, this is where I'd put all the knives. Hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. Tell me if you'd like me to do some more tier lists based on Killing Floor or based on any of the other games we play. I think that could be fun. As well as what other types of videos you'd like to see. I do have some planned for Killing Floor 2 that should be coming up somewhat soon, but they're going to take me a little while to put together, and they are like beginner guides for each class. So for anybody just starting out, it'll kind of get the ball rolling for them, and maybe teach a couple of people a few tricks that they might not know. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to all of you guys next time. Till then, stay cool, and bye!